Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave स्वीयमाधे चित्तं च निरस्ता किल कल्मषम् अवसादय संबंधान मनसो बाह्यवस्तुभिः समूलं जहि कामाश्च संकल्पास्त्यज सर्वशः विनाशय अखिल तृष्णा ब्रह्म ध्यानैकमानसः अवर्णप्रवमद्वैतं ब्रह्मपीठं तदेष्यसि. These are the stages through which every seeker has to go. One is religion, which is predominantly addressing do's and don'ts. Satyam vada, dharmam chara, matrudevo bhava, pitrudevo bhava, acharya devo bhava. This is Dharma Shastra. Second is the little higher than that is the Upasana Shastra, wherein we are trying to fulfill our desires by invocation of the higher forces, God's grace. Second one. And the third is Adhyatma Shastra. The first is Adi Bhautik, pertaining to this world, when we consider ourselves to be body, then what is the lifestyle should be, Dharma Shastra. When we accept ourselves to be the Jiva, the soul, we don't want to go to hell, we want to go to heaven. That is Upasana Shastra. And the third is Adhyatma Shastra. Who is this who wants to avoid to go to hell and wants to go to heaven? Who is this I? This is Adhyatma Shastra. Normally, we are all lost only in the Dharma Shastra as the spiritual practice. No. There was a child and the mother told him, look, your exams are coming. Enough of playing games. Enough of surfing. Enough. Exams are coming. Stop everything. Okay, mom, he stopped everything. Exams out. Results declared. He failed. So mother became angry. I told you, Mama, I exactly did what you told me. Then tell me what you did. I did not surf. I did not go for a movie. I did not go for playing. Did you study? You didn't tell me. Our spiritual life is like this. One is called as vidhi, second is called as nishedha. See, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But what should be done? Find out who you are. Therefore, first of all, nirasta akila kalmasham. Purify your mind. All wrong notions to be given up. Then avasadaya sambandhan. Don't get entangled too much in the world. Manasaha bhaya vastuvi. Do not get lost in too many accumulation of things around you. Samulam jehi kamasya. Give up the desire once for all, completely. See, friends, we all have to ourselves decide. We have to draw a line. Thus far, not further. Otherwise, there is no end. Some more, there is no end. Sankalpasa teja sarvashaha. Similarly, don't go on planning. See, why this corruption and so much of money is accumulated by the people? Because they want that money should be available for their great-grandchildren. Don't get lost. Live your life and enough. One day in Delhi, there was some mock parliament and I was called there. And they told everybody, suppose you are a prime minister for one day and you are allowed to dictate one law for the nation. There won't be opposition. What is the law that you will establish? So I told, the law should be inheritance of movable and immovable property to the next generation or to anybody should be suspended. You may have huge amounts, but after you die, goes to government. Everything will stop. Therefore, vinashaya akila trishna. How much we want, there is no end to it. Then, Brahma Dhyanaika Manasaha. Now, enough of this world. What is the meaning of focusing attention on Brahman? It is something like this. What is the meaning of listen to silence? Our ears can hear sounds. Ears cannot hear silence. But we are told, listen to silence. The question is, how? Means what? Silence can't be heard. But this is a practice. Listen to silence. So the simple rule is, be indifferent to the sounds. See? Similarly, Brahma is not a subject of meditation. Brahman is not gained by action. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage neke amrutatva manasha. So when it is said, Brahma Dhyanaika Manasaha means what? Let our attention be fully and completely withdrawn from the worldly pursuits. What others are doing, we have no business. Brahma Dhyanaika Manasaha Avarnam Prabham Advaitam Brahma Pitam Tadeshati. And when you thus practice, then you reach the substratum which cannot be spelled out in words. Api tattvamasityasya mahavakyasya tattvataha artha buddhyasva jidnyaso sasya nishreyas sahajate. Thereafter, tattvamasi asya mahavakyasya tattvataha artha buddhyasva. Now try to reflect on the mahavakya, tattvamasi. Mahavakya is that which establishes the identity between Jivatma and Paramatma. that statement is called as Mahavakya. So, Tattvamasi Mahavakya se Tattvata Artha Buddhyasva. Come to experience what is the meaning of Jivatma and Paramatma. How to do that? You take your own example. Try to establish husband is man. Husband is man. What sadhana will you do? Husband is Jivatma. Man is Brahman Paramatma. What sadhana will you do? You will not take the role of the husband very seriously. If you take the role seriously, you have become a husband. See, friends. Therefore, this little word, Karnataka, is the essence of all spiritual practice. We become unnecessarily, seriously involved in this world. See? Then, Brahmatmaikya anubhutisya Mahavakyodbhava punaha samsara sagarottare tata nauka yate khalu. So, Brahmatmaikya anubhuti, when the husband comes to know that he is man, thereafter he doesn't have to do any sadhana and he doesn't get anything. Man becomes husband. Husband can never become a man. Why? He is already a man. He became husband. Paramatma alone, because of the Panchakoshas, is called the Jivatma, the soul. But the soul cannot become the Paramatma because it is already Paramatma. See, friends. And once this becomes clear, then what will happen? Our spiritual practice will not be guided by what will I get if I do this. Presently, our approach is like this. If I do japa in Vrindavan, one man asked me this question. Swamiji, what will I get if I do the japa? Shri Radhe, Shri Radhe, Shri Radhe. What will I get? You get nothing. Then why should I do? Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. But they say you should do it, then do it. See, this virus, what will I get, should be removed from the head. Because it is not the gain. Praptasya prapti. Whatever you are, that is revealed to you. You are no more a jiva. You are no more a soul. You are divine. Therefore, in the last lecture I told, whether you want or you don't want, you are divine. Compulsory. Whether you know or you don't know, you are divine. Then relax. Mauj mein raho, be happy. When we tell this simple practice, Mauj mein raho, be happy, we feel, no, Swamiji, please be serious. And then you tell them, stand in Ganges up to your waist deep. Raise your hand above. Keep a Rudraksha mala in your hand and do Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam mantra for 144 times. Then what will happen? Karo to say. And then you start. And I tell you, you will do it. I have no doubt about it. But if we tell you, be happy. We are complicated people. We don't want simple spiritual practice. See? You go from, there are many cults. There was one boy, he was walking from Pune to Gangapur, a long distance, few hundred kilometers. So he asked me, Swamiji, I am going on foot, chanting Dattatreya Bhagwan's name, Digambara, Digambara, Sripada Vallabha Digambara. Bless me. So I told him, I am sorry, I will not bless you. He said, why? I said, you will go. Even if I tell you don't go, you will go. And you know what will happen? It is summer, very hot weather. All kinds of traffic will come against you. Vehicles, trucks, cows, buffaloes. And you want to go against. Nobody will bother about you. 3-4 times you will say, Digambara, Digambara, Sripada Vallabha Digambara. After that, Digambara will disappear. And then, see, buffalo is coming. And buffalo will look at you. How are you? And you will become utterly miserable. And you will not chant mantra even one mara. Don't do that. No, I have to do that. I am told by my Guru Maharaj, why do you ask me? Go. He went. I told him, at least listen to me once. While coming, come by bus. Okay, Swami, for your sake, I will come by bus. He came and he told, your curse was true. I did not chant mantra even once. All the time. It is so hot, you are hungry, animals are coming, vehicles are coming, you run here, you run there, and nobody is interested in what you are doing. And you expect, I am going there like the Dandi Yatra of Mahatma Gandhi. Don't do these acrobatics. Torturing the body is not spiritual practice. So, Brahmatmakya Anubhuti. Remain at peace with yourself. You have done everything in your life. See? Praptasya prapti. Whatever has to be gained is already gained by us. Then Mahavakyodbhava Punaha. And this can happen when you reflect on this Mahavakya. How can one become many? Because of the upadhi. One space becomes 10. North, east, west, south. 4 corners, 8. Up and down, 10 directions. 10 directions are created out of one space. And once you take them seriously, then you will get lost in Vastu Shastra or Feng Shui. Put everywhere those pyramids and get hurt. Arey yaar, pyramid lag gaya. Rubbish. Don't get lost in that. Hold on to the truth. See? So, aupadhik anekata, the multiplicity born out of some conditioning, is not real. And this non-real, illusory forces make us miserable. Samsara sagaro tarate tata naukayate khilu. Therefore, there is only one way. Instead of becoming miserable, why, ask a question, who is miserable? Then you will come to know the one who is miserable doesn't exist at all. Samadrushtya vivekena सत्संगेन स्थिरेण च चित्तेन च तद्विचारेण सुलभम परमम पदम. Now see the spiritual practice. Samadrishtya vivekena. Equanimity must be the foundation of our lifestyle. Samadrishtya. Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva swapakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. The whole Bhagavad Gita, if you want to summarize, only 2 words. Samsara is mamata and solution is samata. Whether you are following the path of karma, it is only siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Whether you are following the path of upasana, there also samashatrocha mitrecha. If you are following the path of yoga, atma-upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. If you are following the path of knowledge, there also it is the same. Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva shvapakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. And hereafter Bhagavan says, ihaiva taihi jitaha sargaha yesham manaha samye stitaha. Those whose mind remains equanimous under all conditions, they have transcended the limitations of the relative existence. See? Means what? Like in the drama. In the drama everything appears happening, but nothing is happening. Exactly the same way. So, samadrishtya vivekena, equanimity can come only by proper discrimination. There is no other way. Satsangena sthirena cha, the third sadhana, satsanga. You make it to yourself. Nobody can do it for you. Listen one satsanga early morning before you become anybody. Doesn't matter whether you are taken bath or not. Really? Yes, doesn't matter. Very good. And there's some happiness. Many people are not very much interested in taking bath. And they give the reply, शेर कभी नहाते हैं क्या? They are right. Jungly animals don't take bath. So, doesn't matter whether you take bath or not. Before you become anybody, open your iPod, iPad and listen to one talk, satsanga. Bhajan Kirtan is enough. When other unwanted people are talking, that time start Bhajan Kirtan loudly. बरसाने के इसने कहा राधे राधे, उसने कहा राधे राधे. So others are keeping quiet. But when you are starting your day, spend time more on 1 hour solid listening to the satsanga. Then over again before you go to sleep. Again, sit for some time and listen. Whether you know or not, whether you realize or not, you will get good sleep. This is what I heard from you people. Swamiji, this is my routine. I am your fan. Only thing, it doesn't move. Wahi ke wahi. See? So when I come home, finish my bath, my dinner, supper, whatever, and then start your MP3 and I lie down. And पता ही नहीं चलता कब सोए. So they are listening for sleeping, not for awakening. So vivekena, satsangena. The impact of satsanga, you know what it is like? Once I was in Sikkim, Gangtok, a very difficult place. I went in a mountain and in a cave, and there I was told there is one spot where little bit of bowl kind of thing, stone, in that water is there. If you take that water, you will get realized. This I am telling you, maybe about 40, 30 years before. Went there. And somewhere one drop was water was falling. And it must have been going for years together. And on that stone, a beautiful bowl was formed only by drop of water one by one, one by one. In the same manner, listen to satsanga, don't worry. Whether you understand or not doesn't matter. We don't understand how the medicine works in the body, but it works. See? If you do not know how paracetamol works, it will not work on you. No, it works. In the same manner, satsanga is the highest spiritual practice. This thirenacha, remain stable in your life. Our condition is Ganga gaye to Ganga Das, Jamna gaye to Jamna Das, Ghar mein aaye to Dev Das. Don't become Dev Das. Then thirena chittena cha, then tad vicharena, and remaining time spent on inquiry about the truth, not asking question to anybody. Once I was in Miami and my friend took me, Swami, there is one very big Mahatma here. So shall we go? I said, let's go. I had no problem. We went there. And huge ashram and all that. The secretary, president, whoever they came, you sit here, you sit there, Mahatma Ji will come. So we were sitting there. Mahatma Ji came. Mahatma Ji. Then he asked my friend, because I was looking Babaji, he was looking human being. So he asked, what is the question? He looked at me, because I don't entertain any question. So our Swamiji does not entertain question answer. So why? I said, I don't know. Then he asked the question. When was Mahabharata written? Who wrote Yoga Vasishta? How many verses are there? Then he asked me, unless the students ask question, how they will know the truth? I said, yes, you are right. So you should encourage people from asking question. I said, okay. My rule, vado na avalambyaha, never argue with anybody. Anything they say yes. Topic is over. See? Then afterwards, my friend asked me, Swamiji, now you reply that question. I said, look here, I am giving a direct, ultimate instruction that about which you have no question is the truth. Now, about what you don't have question, you have no question about your being. You are or you are not. This question is not there. That's it. When spiritual life becomes academic, we can never know the truth. There was one lady, she has written a thesis, PhD thesis on Shatashloki of Bhagwan Shankaracharya. So she used to come now and then, Swamiji, what is the meaning, what is this? I used to tell whatever I could tell. Then Finally she got her PhD. Then she came and showed me the thesis. Swamiji, this is my PhD thesis. Now I am doctor. Those people who get doctor, if you don't mention them doctor, they feel insulted. How? In Detroit, we were three. Myself, one Jain Muni, Sushil Muniji, and one Dr. Rao from Oxford. And some Vishwa Hindu Parishad function was there. So the person who was conducting proceedings, he said, Swamiji, you start. I said, no. Sushil Muniji is elder. He should be given first honor to introduce the subject. Sushil Muniji got up and spoke for half an hour. Then he told me, Swamiji, from here onward continue further. So I continued from that point onward. After that, then I told, now I request the next speaker to continue here onward. So he saw these two Babajis talking without any paper in the hand. And he had 2 or 3 books and dog mark, ear mark and everything, and with that he put it there on the stage. And the introducing person introduced. Now Mr. Rao will be talking. The moment he said Mr. Rao got angry. Excuse me, Dr. Rao. What is the reason? PhD. Those who do PhD, they are good for nothing. Like those medical professionals who become college professors, they are utterly failure as the practitioners. When you become a teacher, you are the most irresponsible one. Whether the patient dies or not, who cares? But when you practice, then real challenges come in life. See, friends. So when this lady was doing PhD, then I said, hey, your teacher must be great. I will like to have his darshan. And everything was organized. I went to his house. He even did not allow me to get inside the house. In the door itself started. I have done this, I have done that, I have got so many books and I have got published Oxford and continuously going on. After half an hour I said, may I get in? You are welcome. I got in. And again started. I have published so many books, there are so many disciples, and very good, very good. Then he said, you are not talking. I said, I have come to listen to you, sir. You are such a wise man, what can I talk before you? Okay, now you tell me, how to do japa? I have never done japa in my life. Tell me how to do japa. I said, sir, you are very well versed in scriptures. Therefore, tad vijnanartham guru me vavigachet. So you accept me as your guru, then I will tell you how to do the japa. I said, yes. But how can I become your disciple? I said, without that I cannot tell you how to do the japa. Because you are well versed in scriptures. If an ignorant person asks, I can tell him. But you are such a wise man. See, friends. Remember, Brahma Vidya is not for earning bread and butter. That you will get anyway. Brahma Vidya is the most pious one. And therefore, chittena tad vicharena. Keep on reflecting on kastvam koham kutamayataha kame janani kome tata. Then sulabham paramam padam. When you start inquiring properly, the attainment of the ultimate is easy. Yad bhavayati chittena naraha sarvatmana sada tadeva jayate shigram yatha koto mrudale. See? Yad bhavayati chittena naraha sarvatmana sada tadeva jayate shigram. Whatever you think that you are. Bhagavad Gita tells very clearly, Yo ya shraddhaha sa eva saha. And Shraddha is required in the field of ignorance. And Shraddha or the faith is always blind. When we know something, you don't require faith. When you don't know, then you require faith to accept something. Isn't it? We don't know who is our mother. She tells, or somebody tells she is your mother. So we accept. Do we say, DNA dikho? Show your ID, DNA ID? No. So we accept our mother blindly. And then that mother whom we accepted blindly, she tells, this person is your father. Again blindly. But I have not seen. No. And therefore, yad bhavayati, whatever you have the Shraddha, faith, that you are. Such a simple rule. You start thinking you are unfortunate, definitely you are unfortunate. You start imagining that you are a failure, you are an utter failure. You have to simply think positively, nothing else. See, you think you are a body, you are a body. Then accept it. All the things associated with the body, accept. Body is born, body grows, body becomes old, body dies. Accept, no problem. But our problem is, I accept myself to be body, but I don't want to die. Are? Instead of remaining, in spite of remaining in Australia, you don't want to die. In Australia every day, to die, to die. Why are you here to die? See, friends. Therefore, yad bhavati chittena naraha sarvatmana sada tadeva jayate. And now start, be attentive. I told you, don't do meditation. Then play meditation, meditation. Now you are sitting quiet. Now you are playing meditation. When I am not body, what will be the experience like? We are not telling, I am not the body, I am not the mind. No. Start playing. What it is like being other than the body. See? Reference that we use for thinking is body identification. When you give up this reference of body identification, thinking comes to a halt. You are not doing anything. Time pass. What it is like being other than the body? Body has a shape. Other than the body. So formless. Wow, formless means what? So give the mind a formless object. Finite is always with form. Infinite is without form. Words are finite. Silence is infinite. Now give the mind silence as the object of contemplation. In other words, listen to silence. Slowly, slowly, you will distinctly come to realize sounds are many, silence is one. Eka chintanat nashametyadaha. When the mind is focused on the one, mind dies. Because what is mind? Mind is a movement. Morning, first event. Going to bathroom, second event. taking a cup of tea, third event. Mind is formed. In deep sleep, go to sleep. Thereafter, no event. Mind gone. Because mind can survive only if a sequence is established. Don't allow a sequence to be established. This is what happens in deep sleep. We enter sleep, thereafter no event. Once I was in Bombay, very heavy rains, and I was on the lower deck of the double-decker bus. The water was increasing. Most of the people went up, and by the time I could go, there was no place up there. So I was standing and the water was coming up to the chest, the water came. I was in the bus, stop. Then the waves will come and splash on the face. I should do kumbhak. And again, like this it continued for maybe 4, 5 or 6 hours. I went to my friend's place. And then when I got up, I said, hey, I came last evening at 6 o'clock. Now it is 10 o'clock. 4 hours I was sleeping. Oh God. He said, you are not at my home. You are in a hospital. And you are in the hospital for the last 4 days. Time gone. Because no event. And therefore, we told you so many times, increase the gap between two mantras. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. In this, it is the process of undoing. We are not doing anything. And thus, the absence becomes the subject for reflection. So, tadeva jayate shigram. And then slowly, we like only quiet places. No noise skills are required. Right? Don't make noise here. Keep quiet. Meditation in progress, don't disturb. Why? We are already disturbed. See? We have to go beyond that. And for going beyond that, our technique is listen to silence. Listen to silence means don't react to sounds. Now this is the foundation of ultimate practice. Joy, absence of joy, miseries. Go beyond that. Sukha dukkhe same krutva. Gain, absence of gain, loss. Labha labho same krutva. Jaya jayo, victory, absence of victory. Same krutva. When we thus go beyond the complementary opposites, we have gone beyond the relative world. And it can happen only by proper understanding. What is the proper understanding? Everything in this world except Bhagavan, everything is in pairs. There is nothing in this world which is singular. See? Everything is in pairs. If this is how the world is, what is the option? Accept. Life becomes so simple. Health, disease, birth, death, success, failure, joy, sorrows, friend, enemy. This is how the world is. What can you do? We have got only one option: accept cheerfully or accept miserably. Choice is yours. So tadeva jayate shigram. Therefore, all our spiritual practices remain aware of your own being. Slowly, slowly, you get out of the wrong channel of thinking. Many sincere seekers, they are unable to come out of it. They are constantly seeking sympathy from others. Don't seek sympathy, you are the master. See, tadeva jayate shigram yatha kito mrudale. Like the wasp becoming the butterfly. Now what is to be done for that? Sthirasame samasino niyamendriya jalakam panchakoshanati shantodhyaya santatam saprakasham evaham Satchidanandakodvayam brahmasya dharabhutam cha vishvakosha samuhayoho ittevam brahmasmya bhavam tvam tailadhara nibham kuru snanayan ashnan swashnan gachan swapan kridansha samlapan. So now he is bringing us on the seat of meditation. Sthirasane, first step. We all know, but we do not know that we know. What we know? Remain undisturbed. Therefore, the moment any Tom, Dick and Harry wants to practice meditation, what they do? Let us sit quiet. Sthirasane. Quietness is a natural demand from within. Sthirasane. Our asana is constantly moving. Sthirasane samasinaha. Right? Sit in such a manner. Now you can see the tripod of this camera. It has got equilateral cone. All the three sides of this tripod, they are equal. Therefore, the center of gravity is exactly in the center. Therefore, it is steady. If this example is clear, in the same manner, when you sit for meditation cross-legged, that time distance between your knees, distance between the knee and the backbone, distance between the knee and the neck is almost equilateral. And you sit in such a manner that the weight of your body lands on the sitting bones or the pin bones or the ischai bones. There the weight of our body should land. Then you will not start rocking here and there. Sthirasanaha. Then samasinaha. Let there be perfect balance. Niyamendriya jalakam. Let all our faculty be now withdrawn. Enough is enough. And when you try, we can close eyes, we can get rid of the bad smell, good smell, touch everything. That is under our control. What is not under our control is the sounds. See? You may want to, like in Mumbai, when I give my online lectures, there is one family which is living on the top of my flat. And I have changed their name. Their name is Thakkar. But I named them Takkar. Right from morning, what they do, God knows. Continuously going on. Now what can I do? See, just remain indifferent. Therefore, Niyamendriya Jalakam, we have no control over the sounds that come to us. Therefore, we have to consciously recognize the moment we give importance to any particular sound, we get more disturbed. Don't give importance to any sound, you will not get disturbed. Like those who are listening sincerely, they are disturbed from their sleep. And those who are Not listening, they are not disturbed. तुझसे बोलते रहो. What Vishwarup darshan I have from here, you don't have from there. See? And I like those people who sleep, because they have attained already. Others are still Brahman, I am here, be Brahman. And the sleeping giants, ठीक है. Anyway, Brahman है, ठीक है. No objection. देखो महाराज. Niyamendriya jalagam, then Panchakoshan atikramya. We have to go beyond the Panchakoshas. How do we go? First of all, going beyond the Annamaya Kosha is worldly things have no impact on us, no more desires. First. Then Pranamaya Kosha, how to go beyond. Don't be fussy about food. Whatever comes, eat and forget. The only sadhana I can tell you about food is, before eating, don't think and talk about food. While eating, whatever comes, enjoy every bite. After the food is over, don't create a memory. That day you prepared, now prepare. That day it was by accident, it happened good. Accidents don't happen always. See? Therefore, this Pranamaya Kosha, don't get too much involved in food. We feel so disgusted all the time thinking only about food, organic food. Has anybody ever eaten inorganic food? Food is always organic. And on that they will make a lot of money. Then Manomaya Kosha we have to transcend. Going beyond Manomaya Kosha is, do not give too much importance to your personal likes and dislikes. What is commonly available, accept it. Otherwise, you know what happens. In Delhi, there was some function, probably Ram Janma or Krishna Janma. So there were about a dozen boys and girls with me from a school. We were invited somewhere. A small place, no outer space. So the children did nice bhajan kirtan. I spoke for 10 minutes. We came out. I was sitting on a scooter. I told the children, hey, find out wherever you get, sit on the bicycle or wherever. Then the organizer came. I said, give something to eat, tea, coffee, something, yaar, free mein kara rahega. He was a Dharma Durandar. Swami ji, yes. A Swami sitting on a scooter and eating, is it according to our religion? Then I asked him, have you studied more than me? No. I said, I have studied all the 4 Vedas. Nowhere there is a mention that a Swami should not sit on a scooter and eat. Do you know why? Where it was written, there were no scooters. Where are we lost? Non-essentials, that becomes our main thing. See, friends, therefore, conquering the Manomaya Kosha, don't get lost into these likes and dislikes. Chalte raho, munna bhai lage raho, bas. And then we come to the Vijnanamaya Kosha. How to go beyond the Vijnanamaya Kosha? Our Mahamantra, Jo thari rahe so mari rahe. O Lord, thy will be done. We have nothing to achieve in life. See? We start remaining in the utter present. And remaining in the present is not an option, it is compulsory. But either we go in the past or go in the future. In this manner, Panchakoshan Atikramya. And the last is Anandamaya Kosh, Atikramya. Don't sleep during satsanga. Why this happens is only because we have never trained our mind to remain exposed to silence. Try few moments at a time. Slowly you will get the catch of it. It's a knack. Spiritual life is a knack. Like swimming is a knack. After you know swimming, can you tell exactly what happened when you started swimming? Nothing. One of my friends in US, we went to a swimming pool. My friend, his wife and his small child, like our Krishna, and myself. I got into the pool. His wife got into the pool. The small Krishna, he got into the pool. I said, Mahatma, you come. He said, no, I don't want to come. Wife said, Swami, he doesn't know how to swim. I said, how come you don't know? Swamiji, I had tried so many times. I cannot swim. Even the child of 3 years can swim. You can't swim. How can you teach him? He said, I tried all the teachers. They have written off. We excuse us. Take your money back. We can't teach you. You cannot teach. It is a knack. Exactly the same way. Spiritual life is a knack. Don't become serious. And therefore, once you learn swimming, you never forget it. Because swimming is not done by making notes. First of all, take the left hand from above and hit it on the water. Then take the second hand. And then you jump. मेरी कापी कहाँ गई? Swimming. Similarly, spiritual life is a knack. Just remain cheerful and happy. It's a knack. And if you have this knack, then you have got a very high WQ. Do you know the WQ? IQ, you know. What is the IQ? My Q. Tum karo. IQ means intelligent quotient, is it not? WQ means wit quotient. Those who have got this high wit quotient, they are able to see a great fun in this world. Otherwise, we start talking on Bhagavad Gita and the listener take a vow, hereafter I will never come. It is not possible. No. Therefore, remove this Vijnanamaya Kosha and go beyond the Anandamaya Kosha, meaning we are not happy only during the sleep, but we are 24/7 under all conditions. Our titer of happiness never goes down. Therefore, our mantra, Moj mein raho, be happy. See, friends. So, Panchakosha Atikramya, then Shantaha, Dhyayacha Santanam, and then you are Shanta, at peace with yourself. If you want to have a quick way of doing it, right now you can do. Two things you have to do simultaneously. First, do not talk to yourself. And second, listen to silence. Start. Over. Now see what has happened. when you have decided not to talk to yourself, you do not want to talk to others also. I never told you, don't talk among yourself. You could have always talked, I would not have objected. Because you don't talk to yourself, you don't want to talk to others. See? And what is listening to silence? You are listening the sounds, but you are not reacting to the sounds. Net result is, mind came to a perfect halt. Shantaha dhyayaja santatam. Work on it, not in a long way. 5 minutes, try. I have given a name to this yoga. I don't know if I told you. I call it as commode yoga. In the morning when you go and do prana pratishtha on the commode, till your job is over, you are not talking to yourself and you are listening to silence. Don't do here. See. If you are spending 5 minutes, your meditation is perfect for 5 minutes. Slowly increase 5, 7, 8, etc. In this manner, iti evam brahmasya bhavam tvam taila dhara nibham kuru. In this manner, continuously be engaged in this contemplative mood, and thus you will ultimately merge in your essential nature. And once you merge in your essential nature, then take your car and go from here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.